지금 다운로드 받으세요.
Sports fan and you don't play StarCraft that much. There was a patch recently.
Looks like a little alien.
Yeah. There was a patch recently that added emoji to the in-game chat, and you can use it not only in chat channels but also in-game. So if you want to send that poop emoji to your opponent after he cheeses you or after you cheese him, you could do that now. I really feel like it's decreased the toxicity that we have in-game. Definitely, when you see that cute emoji icon instead of someone using profanity in the chat, it just feels so much less toxic.
Feels cleaner,
you know what I mean? Yeah.
even though it could be the poop emoji.
Yeah, that's the only one that doesn't feel cleaner, but yeah. There's also some specific StarCraft emoji. Now, my dream is that the StarCraft emoji will actually be put into the actual emoji, language system, not just specifically in StarCraft 2. That's when esports gets mainstream, man.
Yeah.
We have that Protoss pylon being sent to people's iMessage, okay?
What does that even mean? Like power up or something?
I think it's
like
just worth
get energy up? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so.
It's like feel better, and then you put a pylon. It's like I'm charging you up with my pylon. I'm powering your gateways.
Don't put all your eggs in one and then you just send the pylon. I don't know, man.
Don't be such an Artosis pylon.
Yeah.
You're like all alone taking care of a bunch of people or something. But guys, we're going to jump into King's Haven Station for game number 18. Well, here we are on King's Haven Station. Thank God it's not Dusk Towers. Up here in the top left, it's Losira, Zerg player.
And down in the bottom right, his opponent, it's herO, the blue Protoss. We're starting to get packed in here. People finished work, finished their exams you were talking about, I guess, and they're coming down here. Claps are getting louder. People getting rowdy.
Yeah, they are. And that reality fan is still here. I see her. She's the one true fan of reality.
She holds up the sign again. She's like, "Oh, I meant Maru. I got the Terrans mixed up."
She crosses out reality and puts Maru. And then it zooms in on reality's face. He's not playing. He sees it and he just starts crying. That would be kind of sad.
It would be sad, but I don't think that's the type of person reality is.
Yeah, you just be like, oh, whatever. I have 70 other fangirls.
He just show a picture of one of his 7 hot girlfriends to her from the booth on his cell phone. Yeah. He's like, you could take Maru. He's not even secured out of the group, and then he just goes and advances instead of him. She tries to ask him out, and he's like, nah.
You're not my type. I'm more into the one of my 7 hot girlfriends type.
Yeah. It's like you put your sign in English to impress me. My girlfriend speaks 7 languages. One of my 7 hot girlfriends speaks 7 languages.
My Korean girlfriend speaks Dutch. What do you speak? She's like, I speak Chinese. He's like, she speaks it too. And Japanese.
She speaks Mandarin and Cantonese.
Reality does seem like that kind of sleeper baller, you know what I mean?
No, he definitely is.
I think he is.
He's absolutely a baller.
He's been playing for a while, right? Did he play in Brood War?
He was actually, yes, he did. And he was the first Terran player, or actually the first Kespa player to switch over and beat ESF players in the BWC qualifier in 2012 for the, ironic as we're talking about it, Chinese finals. And a very good Terran player, always has been. Just never got next level. But he's definitely a baller and has 7 hot girlfriends. One of them speaks 7 languages.
I would not doubt it, man.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I will tell people.
You would go the next step. You'd believe it.
I'll tell people it's fact.
You already
are you sure about that? Where's your proof? I'm like, it's known. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Well,
it's
this
just
game
common
is,
sense. Look at the guy.
Of course. Now, looking at this game in particular, as we were giving reality a lot of cred, he's not in this game, in fact, but
so not playing for a while too. Oh, he's playing in game 20.
Well, it's Losira going for early speed this time, but this is the most straight-up game we've seen Losira play tonight, I guess. But the game up against Maru, he defended an attack, but I think he was planning on doing something more aggressive than he had to defend. So I guess this could be the second one in total where he plays a straight-up game, like quote-unquote for real. Look at this double Stargate coming out from herO, though.
He gets
right underneath the
double
Overlord.
scout. He's like, oh, I need to confirm with Overlord number 2. Yes, in fact, that is double Stargate.
First Overlord wanted the second Overlord's opinion.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, I'm pretty sure that's a silhouette of a Stargate.
Does that
it
look
is,
like
right?
a Stargate to you? Overlord 2's like, no, that's a Twilight Council. You're an idiot.
Well, he's wrong.
Yeah. In fact, he's the idiot. That's why you don't
I think
speak
Overlords,
before you know.
even though they don't seem it, are quite intelligent, though. Like, they actually control the Zerg. That's
Really?
why they exist, yeah.
I mean, I know they control the Zerg, but they don't look smart.
They don't look smart, but I mean, they must
They've got
be...
like, little tentacles hanging down, just like really droopy. Like,
They must be, like, really politically savvy. Like, if you look like an Overlord, but people listen to you, I mean, you've got to be really smart, right?
They do have big heads. They're basically just heads that float around, right? So
You got a lot of gas up there, too, I guess. That's how they float.
yeah.
It's not Vespian gas, though, which is weird, but, I mean, Overlords only cost minerals, so...
That
Must be
is
some sort of
weird.
other gas.
Mineral gas? Do they burn the minerals?
I guess if you burn minerals,
Like a
they can
hot air
make gas.
balloon?
Yeah, sure. We're getting really deep on this. I'm not sure if this is interesting.
We gotta
or not,
ask
but
Blizzard. Next time we meet up with Blizzard, we can ask them.
yeah, I'm sure someone knows the lore behind it.
Yeah.
It's probably written in a book somewhere. But we do have that Baneling style coming out from Losira, which is not unexpected. It's the first time we're seeing it today, just simply because it's the first time we're getting to a game that goes to this length in this matchup from Losira. But these Banelings will help him defend this attack that's coming across if he can get connections on these Adepts. And guess what? They just barely shaded away, but now their shade's off cooldown. So if he gets stuck here... Okay, look at this. Good targeting on the Banelings. But still, I think this is just too many Zerglings. The shade is about to go off, but it's too late to survive.
Slips out, and those other 3 were just slacking off on the right side. Here we go. This is a lot of Queens, but even more Phoenixes, and he's going to be able to pick off 2 Queens here at least.
Yeah, he needs more Banelings. He has some gas, but not a lot of Lings. He's going to go ahead and chase these Adepts, but they're going to get in good position here on these mineral lines. And look, Banelings isolated from the rest of the units. One of them gets picked off by Phoenixes. In fact, he might grab the other 2. Okay, deciding to go for drones or, well, anything else instead. He hasn't decided, but he didn't want the Banelings. This counterattack should be really easy to defend with 10 Adepts on the map.
Super easy. No Glaives upgrade. We do have +1 for the Zerg for melee. He's got that going for him, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good thing.
Just to finish the meme, you know.
The Phoenix count here is so intense that he can basically just ignore the Spore Crawlers. Every time Phoenix starts to take regular damage, you just pull that one back, allow the Spore Crawler to prioritize one that's in range. Something you can do really, really easily. Is this something that there's a technique in StarCraft, this micro technique that you see players use a lot, and it looks complicated when you watch it on stream, but if you want to play the game, like, units will always be prioritized by their attack over like their range or whatever. So like, for example, if a Phoenix is attacking, it'll attack what's attacking it first before it attacks anything else. Like, it'll attack a Corruptor before it attacks an Overlord, then range is the next priority. So if you have, imagine like 5 Stalkers versus 5 Stalkers, if you pull one Stalker back out of range and it's really low on health, the other ones won't prioritize it by health unless the other player manually targets it. So in situations like the Spore Crawler, it'll target the Phoenix that's closest to it. So if you pull the weakened one back, yes, Losira could target it down with the Spore to finish it off, but it's going to attack the closer one instead. So you can keep the Phoenix alive, and it'll still fight, but you can kind of rotate which Phoenixes are in range. I know that was like really long-winded, but try that. Pull back the weakened unit, because the AI will not keep targeting it just because it's low. Your opponent will actually have to manually target it, which in the heat of battle is pretty unlikely to happen.
Yeah. This is turning into an interesting game. It's going to go pretty long here, I think. You know, lots of bases being taken here by Losira. Already a 4th base up, and he wants to pressure herO at the same time. He's just teching up. He's getting those Archons now out on the map. I think it wouldn't hurt to get some Storm either.
Losira committed a lot of resources to defending that Adept attack and also didn't defend it very well. So all he has really is drones at this point. He has no army to pressure with. And he's struggling to mine from his bases because the Phoenixes, there's no counter to them either. He's relying only on spores. And he doesn't have enough spores at all of his bases anyways to stop drones from dying, stop his overlords from dying. He just spent a ton of his money on overlords because he was supply blocked so heavily. He's now 40 supply extra up right now. Baneling speed is going to be finished soon, and he's going to spend all of his gas on 27 of them, but that's still not something that herO's that concerned about. He has Phoenixes.
I want to see the mass lift of the Banelings. Oh, how did these guys get in here?
How'd you get in here? You weren't
That's
invited.
annoying. It's we're gonna have to call the exterminator here. Deal with these Zerglings.
Okay, well, Baneling's getting some decent value there. That's only one piece of the army of herO, which is moving across the map with so many Archons. It costs like 52 Banelings to kill an Archon. I'm exaggerating.
Something around that, yeah.
It's a lot, okay? If your Banelings are hitting Archons, the Protoss is doing it right. That's all I'm going to say. Here we go. Good splits here. The Archon's not at the front, but he splits regardless.
The Archon does so much damage to the Banelings, and here we go.
Look at that. The Archons just don't even care. None of them died. Look at no one's even, like, his shields on one of them is, like, almost gone.
But not even. He's still got a lot.
There's
and the
their
mass
lift.
There we go. And everything's in position. Even a warp prism is warping in right at the front doorstep. And that's going to be it. Losira's going to be taken out here by herO. And a nice little game on King Sejong Station.
Yep, and it will be herO's away win. GG. This puts herO on 3-2-1 with one warning.
3-2? No, he's got 3 losses.
Really has 3 losses?
Yeah.
All right, see, this is why I have you here with me.
Yeah. This is my only role in this
Is Maru
cast.
also 3-3 then?
Yeah. Maru's 3-3.
Just making sure I didn't accidentally put the tally in his slot because they're next to each other on my sheet. Just making
On
sure.
your sheet.
Yeah, are they're not next to each other on your sheet. I wrote it in a different order.
Yeah. I forgot herO and I put him at the bottom. Even though I think they played each other in the beginning, but
Whatever.
it's all good.
Doesn't matter. The order on our sheets don't matter. Doesn't
No, it
matter.
actually has no idea.
Only this order matters. The order of the matches,
Yeah.
which
So
won't change.
we're still getting more and more even. Losira is the
Yeah.
guy who's got the most losses at 4, so he's getting close.
Yeah, 2 losses left, 2 lives left.
Yeah, and I mean, he's still got a pretty hard lineup to go against. He still has to play against both Maru and Zest. So